And will you go into the chat and tell me what kind of experience you've had with Minecraft? Doesn't have to be Minecraft education. My experience was my kids play it. So just let me know. 0. Good, good. This is for you. Yeah, my kids play. Paris, Paris, I got lost the other day. It happens in Minecraft. Totally happens. Okay, good. It makes me feel better that Ryan, a little. It makes me feel better that you guys don't know anything about it, because I have some answers, but not all of them. So please interrupt me if you have a question, if I'm going too fast or back up, anything, hop on. And I won't know all the answers. If I don't know them, Ryan Minier will. So we're going to go nice and slow. How many of you have already downloaded Minecraft? If you could put that in the chat load or the chat as well, just so I know. Okay. 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 So it looks like most of you haven't. So I will show you how to do that first. Minecraft education. Okay. Sorry, I've got a. It looks like that. Nope. It looks like screen. Well, actually, I'll show you this while this came up. Oh, come on. You could win this shirt at the end of the session. You can't tell me everyone will think you're cool if you walk into class wearing that. Okay, that'll be at the end. Now the real stuff. Okay. Sorry, share screen, stop presenting. So there we go. Just Google Minecraft education. You don't need to log in or anything. Press download now. And then you'll have to install it on your computer. Takes a few minutes. I wouldn't suggest trying that right now, because if we're all trying at the same time, it'll maybe backlog things so I would just do it later if you haven't done it by now. That's how easy it is. So to log in, you just use your WRPS credentials. That's the same as the students. It's their email address. None of them know their email address, so I would write at wrps11.ca on the board, because they don't know their email address, and then their regular password to get onto the Chromebook. That's all it takes. When they get on, so here I'll show you, I'll sign in. This looks exactly like the students. All right, so I'm signing in. It may take a few moments when your whole class is signing in at the same time. You might have to stagger it a little bit. It just may take a few minutes. Try again. So this will come up. That's me. So again, this is what your student screen will look at, but it'll have them. This coat hanger is very important to some students. It is where you can go to pick your skin. So you get the Friends skin pack. So there's all sorts of characters they can pick. There is Team Up, Everyday Heroes, Story Mode, like tons that they can look at, which are really fun. So I just picked Alex. That's her name. Okay. And I would put a time limit on that too, because the students can spend a lot of time. That's very important for some of them. All right, so we are here. The first thing you need to do, remember this is recorded. If you need to go back, settings is super important before you even learn how to play. So this settings screen, the first thing that comes up is this accessibility. This is where you can control the text to speech. So the directions are read aloud for students who might need that. And that's turned on automatically. Okay, and then I think that's the, oh yes. The next one you need for all you motion sickness people, that camera shake, turn that off. Okay. So that decreases that shaking. And it's just, even if you don't get motion sickness, it can get a little bit annoying. Okay, so we've done those settings. Also, sorry, I'm going to go back into settings. If you go to audio, I would turn music to 0. So you're not humming Minecraft music the whole time. Okay. Now, the students have access to these settings as well. So if they are in their own world playing by themselves, they can turn off this music by themselves. So you can just turn it down. All right. Next, if you go into video, sorry, there's 3 places you can turn off this camera shake. I shouldn't have shown you the other one. So this is under video. So it's the camera shake and the view bobbing. So it lessens this, which helps again with the motion sickness. So turn those 2 off. Am I going too fast for anyone? Okay, good. Now, all these things, fancy leaves, fancy bubbles, beautiful skies, render clouds. So those are all on. And those are just little fancy effects. They're called renderings. They're fine. You can leave them, but they take up bandwidth. So if students are having a hard time connecting, turn them off. Tell them to go in and turn off their renderings, and they'll know what you mean. So yeah, if you're having issues with that. All right, that's all for this settings. So let's play. We press play. So here, this is a very exciting page. We have lots going on here. We've got view my worlds, view library, create new, join world, and import. This is a great page because it's so easy to understand. We are going to go to, hold on, I have to look at my notes. View my worlds. Now, when you go in, you won't have all these worlds. I have them because I've been in it and I've been taking tutorials. If you're following along with me, that's great. If not, that's fine. Just watch. If you have blocks of grass, open it or search blocks of grass. So we want to be in blocks of grass. That's the world we're going into. Blocks of grass is a really good world to start at because it's just flat. There's nothing there except cows and pigs, llamas, but that's pretty much it. So it's a really good world to mess around in. Okay, so this is I put those there. They wouldn't be there before. You know what? We need to go back though. I skipped something on that page. So if you are in blocks of grass, just press save and exit. I need to go back to that page. Okay. View library. This is where all the pre-made lessons are. This is the really cool part. So subject kits. So we've got science, math, computer science, social emotional, history and culture, equity inclusion, art and design, digital citizenship, literacy and language, climate sustainability, esports. So there's lessons in here on everything that you can use. I'm using the computer science lessons to teach coding in the options. Um, I'm going to take you into one of the worlds in here, but I'll show you like a math. Let's go to grade 4-ish. So we've got angles and building bridges, base 10 puzzles, build a 2-step word problem. Like there's so much. It's overwhelming at first. You might not even want to try a lesson, just get the kids playing around with it. But just so you know, this is where all the lessons are. There's tons. Grade 5 teachers, they have a whole chemistry potions awesome thing under chemistry. So grade 5 teachers, that's the greatest. Yeah, we'll get there. Starter worlds. These are really fun because they're pre-made worlds. So, well, I taught grade 5, so they have different biomes like the ice plains, forest, desert, jungle. Some of them are like Crimson Forest is obviously make-believe, but there's tons. You could have them create like a wetland and put the animals in. Ocean. So yeah. So that's in biomes. And then how to play. Okay, I would suggest you guys do these tutorials. This was like the first thing I ever did, and they're kind of fun. So it's just under this how to play. I'm assuming you're going to use a keyboard, not the touch screen. So you would press keyboard. But those were really, really helpful. While we're there, like I didn't even know what the premise of Minecraft was. So I'm going to tell you, assuming you don't know. So Minecraft is a game that the person goes in and they have to survive the night. They have to collect resources. They have to hunt. They have to fight off mobs. That's the Minecraft game. And I didn't even know that. So that's the whole premise of the game. And I'll tell you how to get rid of all the bad stuff later. Okay, we are done with this. Let's go back to our, one more, our blocks of grass world. And you could do exactly what I'm doing with your class. But they'll whip through it. Like you don't have to know anything. The kids will show you how to do everything. And if you are downloaded, this is when you're going to start to play too. Okay, so there's a pig or a chicken, excuse me, and a cow. But see, it's just like nothing. And you could go on and on and on and on. There is a setting that you can show the coordinates, which is helpful. I wish I knew that when I got lost. So you can see my hints, my cheats, they call them. So I've got, so to move forward, you press W. To move backwards, you press S. Okay, left is A, right is D. So if you're in there, just play with that. I'm going to get this egg. There's some more sheep. If you're comfortable, you can jump. Press the space bar. Whee! Okay. Oops, sorry, don't look at that yet. Okay, so We move around. Go see. This is a sheep. There was a llama in here the other day. He was really cute. And this is another sheep, I think. Oh. Oh, there's a horse. Okay, now the whole point is to build. But before we build, I have to show you more settings. The settings are really important. Once we have them, though, they're good. So also, when I first got into Minecraft, I felt trapped. I was like, where do I go? I can't get out of this. The escape button. That is your escape. Press your escape button and this will come up. Now, once you're in the game, I need to go to settings again. It's going to look exactly like the settings we looked at first, except game and classroom have been added, but they were just like earlier. All right, so the first thing we need to do, you may have heard that Minecraft has game modes. It's just the type of game. So survival, that's what your students have been used to playing all the time. Fighting against mobs, having to collect food. They can die, they can fight, they can build, do all that. Now, what you want to be in, though, is creative. Always make sure you're in creative. They can't die. They don't have to eat. They don't have to collect resources. And they have access to the whole inventory. Anything that's in Minecraft, they can access. Also, see this peaceful? That's what you want to be at as well. Because when you're in Minecraft at school, you will have a job to do. And if you're in peaceful, you don't have to worry about being attacked by mobs. You can focus on your assignment. So peaceful. Make sure you're on that. If you scroll down, I'm going to go. No, I'm not going to show you that. When students join your world, and I will show you how to have them join, they can become a visitor. And when they're a visitor, they can't interact with anything. All they can do is walk around and look. They can't build, they can't destroy, they can't interact with other players. So if you have some students, you may want to invite them as visitors. Members are what you'll usually do because they can build, they can interact. Now, I know it says there's attack mobs and other players, but we can turn that off. And then you're the operator. Okay, you post the password and you have control over all of this. And the students will want to be the operator. Don't let them. Okay, so that's under game. Now, click to classroom. This is where you can turn, sorry, there we go. Classroom settings. First, a really helpful link is this. This is a PDF and it tells what every setting does. But this is what I would suggest doing. I put on perfect weather and I put on always day. Okay, so it never rains and it's always day. You don't have the cycles of night. So in Minecraft, I think a day is 10 minutes and then it goes to night. So I do always day. I do perfect weather. Now here, this is what you're going to turn off is allow mobs. So that means they can't be attacked. Allow destructive items. We're going to turn that off. So that means they can't make potions that are harmful to others because they will. They will. And turn on that also. You can't use TNT. Nope, mobs. Where was I? Yes, and TNT you can't use on destructive items. Also turn off player damage. That means they can't die, and they don't need to eat, so they just can go on forever. And turn off player versus player damage, so they can't hit each other. Okay, so do that before you start. And how this is going to work is you'll open a world and invite the students in. So when you place these settings, everyone that's in that world has these settings while they're playing. That's all for those settings. And remember, this is also where you can go into video, get rid of the view bobbing and the camera shake, and turn off the music. You can also do that here. All right. We're going back to our world. Save and exit will take you back to the library View My Worlds page. Okay, now you've probably heard of inventory. So if you look at my cheats, that's an E. So this is everything you could ever want or desire. So this brick, this is everything you have to build with. Grade 5 teachers, there's all the chemistry, even high school teachers. These are glass. Like there's just tons. Raw gold, cobblestone. Okay, so they have access to all of this. The shield and the sword, this is where the weapons are, but it's important, and they won't need the weapons because they're not going to be fighting anyone. But it's important because your tools are here. If they need a shovel, so is some food. Okay, so, and like spyglass, a fishing warped fungus on a stick. I don't think they'll need that, but they'll need fishing rods. Anything like that is here. If you see this plus, that means there's more underneath it. Okay, so there's just tons. The bed and the cup of water is all their accessories. Now I'm going to show you some that are specific to Minecraft education. You've got a camera. So students can build something, take a picture of their work. In fact, I'll show you that. I have to put my camera in my hotbar. They have a portfolio, which is where they put their pictures. They also have a book and quill where they can write and send it to you. And there are signs that they can use in Minecraft education. Why won't that go? And chalkboards. I don't know why that's not going, guys. Anyway, so that's your inventory. This little terrace with the flower, this is things like dirt, seeds, I think organic materials, like there's a cobweb and there's a spider eye. I don't know. Pumpkins, honeycomb, bone meal, raw food. Okay, so that's all available. When you are in creative, you can use all of this. You can search for something. I wanted to see if chocolate was here, but no. Minecraft doesn't have chocolate. But they
Sue,
have...
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
This is Quarterly. So are you building the inventory that each student will start with or
No.
right now? Okay.
No. So the inventory is, if you are in creative, that inventory is available to every student. All that stuff, as long as you are in creative. So if you are on Minecraft, you can start building. So these boxes at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, they go up to 9. In box 1 is my wood. That was in my inventory. Okay. So that was in my inventory. When it's in box 1, I go back and now it's in my hand. And now I can use it. Now, if I wanted to use the egg, I don't know what for, I would press 2 on my keyboard. If I wanted the camera, number 3, portfolio 4. So you're just using the numbers to pick the box you want. So now I'm holding my book and quill, and I'm going to show you that. On the bottom right-hand corner, do you see where it says write? That means I right-click on my mouse, and here comes my book and quill. So, hello, my name is Sue. Now, this is new. And it looks like it's a one-time deal when you play, when your students play, they can only get into it once. You might have to play around with that because that's new. Or I press cancel. Yep. Looks like it's a one deal. Go away. No, so I can't get out. There we go. So that's the book and quill. So you could have a written component for any of your assignments. I'm going to go to the camera. The camera can be really fun. See, it's night now. That could be avoided. So I'm going to take a picture. I took a picture with my camera. Now I'm going to go to my portfolio, box number 4. I'm going to open it, and there's my picture. And I can say it is night time. Right. You can export it, and they can send it to you. Okay. Let me see. I want to make sure I haven't forgotten. Okay. Now we're going to start building again. So I pressed 1. So those are my oak planks. Again, on the right-hand bottom corner, it says place. When I click, my right click, I place my block. Didn't have to move. Oh, I jumped up. There we go. Now, you know where the block's going to be because you see my crosshairs right in the middle of the screen. And there will be, can you see that outline of a square? That's telling you where the block is going to go. So when you're in Minecraft, make sure you can see the crosshairs because that's where you're going. That's where you're going to place things or destroy things. Okay, now, if I want to destroy it, let me move over here. See, my crosshairs is there and that block is outlined. Bottom right-hand corner, it says mine. And I just got rid of it. There. And I can dig in the ground too. Okay. Now, I was going to give you a challenge to build your initials. And you can use wood. You can go back to your inventory, use anything you want, but build your initials. You can do them flat or you can do it standing up. I don't know how long we will do that because I feel like most people aren't on. So we'll maybe go on. Okay, so, now, did I tell you the boxes on the bottom are called your hotbar? So I wanted to make sure, if I call it a hotbar, that's what it means. Okay. Any questions? Good. Okay. Now, I'm going to get out again. If you want your students to join a world, they can access that library as well. They can get onto all of these. So if you open a world and you want your students to join it, obviously you're going to press join world. Now, this is what comes up for the student, is they have to enter a join code. On yours, it will have the code and they just copy it in. So it'll be like Alex, a fish, an apple, and a potion. They type that in and then they're in their world. Okay, super easy. Okay, now this next one. Okay, sorry, any questions again? And I'm not going too fast.
How do you start the world to create the code to have others join?
You can create a new world
Okay.
or open any of the worlds in here. And then,
Okay,
oh, I see the code for them to join you. I don't know why this came up like this, because this is what the students see. Oh, I know why. Watch. Okay, so that's what the students would see. If you were in a world, get into the world first, and then the students can join you. It's thinking, it's thinking.
It's building a whole world.
I know, right? So impatient. Okay. I'm going to press escape. I can click on join world here. So that's me. Start hosting. Confirm, and it will create a code. So that's the code. So the students can look up at your smartboard, type that in, and then you'll start, they write their name, comes up, and then you'll see them here. That's another reason to use coordinates as well, because a student or someone will say, where are you? And you can share your coordinates. In fact, I'll go do that right now. Because of course it's in settings. It's, I believe, video, I hope. Nope. Ryan, where's show coordinates? Don't leave me now, Ryan. Come on. Oh, maybe it's in game. There it is. Yep. Okay, so it's under game, show coordinates. No, I turned it off. No, on. Hope this works. Okay. So there's my coordinates at the top, and it's X, Y, Z coordinates. So there's a whole other lesson to use coordinates, and you can teleport players to you. Also, as a teacher, you can, if a child wanders off, you can pick them up and bring them right to you, or if they get lost. Okay, where's Cordelie and Jessica? Where are you? Oh, there's somebody. Oh, hello. Hi. Oh, there's like two people there. Sometimes you land in the same spot. So Jessica, there we go. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay, you guys in there, try to place a block. If you want to get rid of your cheats, press H. So bottom left-hand corner, hide controls. And if I want to bring them up, I press H. If I want to hide them, I press H. Also, the coordinates. Where you are is 0, 0, 0 in Minecraft. So when you spawn, when you are brought to life, you're at 0, 0, 0. Also, ask the kids how to teleport. They'll tell you. They're going to go something like this. They're going to press T for chat. So this brings up, these are called cheats. So you can write a command and it makes it do something. For example, let's change the weather. We want it clear. So that's the code for it. So press that and yes, it worked. Oh, Jessica's flying. Yeah, see, and it's sunrise. Okay. All right. The last thing I want to show you, I'm closing this game. And then when you close the game, everyone is gone. They can't go back into it. It's done. It's erased from existence. I'm going to go to save and exit, and I'm going to show you another world. If you are on Minecraft, I would encourage you to play around. And if you're not, I'll take you on a tour. So we need to go to View Library. This is a really neat one for your kids too. History and Culture. And look at these, create your own museum, like at the beginning of the year, like a getting to know you thing, the fur trade, Kiev. So this is Manitou Abi Aki. So I open a lesson. There's lesson plans. These take you back to the Minecraft education website. And it has a whole outline of lesson plans. Many times there's a world that you download for the students to join for that lesson. Other times it's just a lesson, and other resources with that lesson. So we are going, once you get here, create world. So now it's syncing again. So this is a place outside of Winnipeg, and they have things called petroforms, and the indigenous people that lived there made pictures with rocks, but it was like an outline of an eagle or a person or a snake, and they're still there. So it's a very sacred, holy place for them. So the companies will build worlds for Minecraft. They went out there, replicated the world in Minecraft, interviewed people. The people in the game are actual people who live there and some of the elders. And they've made a really neat interactive world. So this is where we spawned, or I spawned. First, I just like to look around. This is a really beautiful world. Like, it's this river, and that river is actually that color. It's just how that river is. And if you go down the river, you find beavers, and there's a beaver dam. They've done the land acknowledgement. And then, of course, there's the instructions right there. Speak to the guides. So I'm going to go up to him. This is Corey. See my bottom right-hand corner, talk, right click. Will you write in the chat if you've ever been there? Like, I hadn't even heard of this place before. No, I don't see anyone yet. So we can walk around here. Now, this is the world where I got lost. So right now, just stay around the teepees. And this is, what's her name? This is Bobby Joe. So she's talking about the history of the place. But she says you'll interact with the knowledge keepers, and they're going to teach you or give you a task. The first knowledge keeper you will visit with is Chickadee. So, Chickadee, I'm going to go over here. Hi, Chickadee. So she's talking about tobacco. Now we have to go talk to Vern. He's going to teach us about fire. I think that's Vern. Okay, he talks about fire and I think tobacco. Now Isaac is going to tell us about the sun and stars. Hello, Isaac. So these are all actual people. Tells us about the stars. Doo-doo-doo.
Sue,
Yeah,
can I ask a quick question?
please, please.
So I think there was something that said there was like speech to text or text to speech, I mean.
Ah.
And how would you do that?
Thank
with a
you. Thank
student?
you.
No.
So see this little, it's a speaker in a book. Click on there. Waiting. And then just press play.
So you'd probably have to have sound on for that, right?
Can you not hear it?
Oh.
Okay. Well, it was reading it as the
Okay.
words are highlighted.
Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so head south and speak to Diane. Well, I'm assuming this pathway is going south. Now, this world is very different from a lot of Minecraft worlds. So we've got deer. Look at the pretty deer. We've got there's moose up there. Now there's berries. See my top bottom left right corner says take berries. I'm collecting berries. Now this world is not creative. So you see I have hearts and like chicken. Those will decrease. If I was doing this with my classroom, I would change it to creative so they don't have to worry about dying. They do need to collect resources. They'll do that on their own. There's sticks. I have to right click. And the sticks go in my hotbar. There's some moose. We're going to ignore him for a moment. I'm also going as fast as it can go. So I use my mouse and the W key. That's what I'm doing right now. Still going. We're still going. Okay. We're going to ignore her too. Although you could, let me show you what they do. So this is Diane. So ahead of you is the petriforms. I was calling them, I don't know what I was calling them. Okay. So she's just saying continue on. And I see some bones over here. Maybe we should collect those. Okay. So here we are. So I'm picturing this place in Manitoba as you are in this forest and then it becomes like a rocky area. And Diane, there's Diane. And Diane is going to give us instructions. Get closer. If you won't talk, you have to get closer. Okay. So examine the 5 petriforms and return to me when you're finished. So in this area are some petriforms. So that's a sign. So I'm going to go look over there. I think that's something. Okay, so Benessi, Thunderbird. So it tells you about the Thunderbird. I want to press that button. I've got my crosshairs there. Click. It lifts me up in the air, and there's that petroform. Now I have to do 5 of these before it will let me move on. I'll show you a couple. Well, I'll show you all of them. If you are in here, I would encourage you to look around, find the petroforms. This is where I got lost when I had to go back to the river where we spawned. I got lost. I couldn't find the path. So this is the Sky Woman. Oops. So there's Sky Woman. So your students would be doing these and would be learning. I know later on, I don't know the indigenous word. They're like the Bigfoot character they have, like in the 7 Grandfathers teachings. He stands for honesty. Isn't that cool? Oh, so much fun. But it takes practice and fiddling. But the great thing about it is the kids, you can give them an assignment and they'll do it. They'll know how to do it. I was always asking my students, how do you do this? They taught me. So definitely use them. And I'm just looking for other petroforms. Oh, there's a crow. I'll do one more for you guys. Later on in this world, you build a canoe and you also go on a buffalo hunt. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I mean, this is such a cool world that they built. Okay, this is the serpent. Just looking around. Okay. So I'm going to stop here. Does anyone have any questions or something they want to see? If you're in this, or I will, if you want to join this world, hop on. Or you can join on your own. Anything you want to see? Any questions? Devin, is there a compass? I believe there is. I think. No, I want settings. Of course, in settings. There's also a map when you're in a classroom so you can see where all the students are. I haven't touched that yet though. Show coordinates. Ryan, do you know if there's a compass?
I just did a quick Google and it said the compass directs players to their spawn point, but it doesn't necessarily do north, south, east, west.
I'm going to try something. So I don't know the answer to that question. The one thing I do know is if you want to get somewhere, find someone who's there. Never looked for one before. Oh, thank you, Ryan. Ryan doesn't know either. That's a good question. If you're the teacher and Billy Joe is wandering off, you / teleport. So I want to teleport me, or I'm going to tell someone to teleport. So me, where? No, I'm going to teleport Ryan to me. So you can teleport Bobby Joe to you. And it didn't work. Of course it didn't work. Let's try. Okay, well, I'll work on that too. It should work. I don't know why. I'll have to do that. Okay. Anything else? I'll see who's in this world. Because it's probably, oh, Ryan. Oh, we got a couple people in there. Okay, you guys keep playing. Sir Cordelie, did you have a question?
Well, I was just thinking if we were to just summarize how to start with our kids, what would be like the 2 or 3 things like to get started?
All I would do is, let's go back here. And I will create a document of the settings you need to turn on and off. And like for your first world, a 1, 2, 3. I would just click create new. Do all your settings in game and in classroom. Play. And I would just invite the students in for the first time and let them build. And then you build with them, or you're walking around. Use it as a learning. Have them teach you. How are you doing that? What do you do? It's just hands-on. You've got to get in there. Here we go. So then escape. Have them join your world and let them play. And if you've done all the settings, they can't hurt each other and they won't be attacked by creepers or anything like that. And just let them play until you're comfortable with it. And then you can start doing lessons. And at first I would just use the pre-made lessons. Don't worry about creating your own worlds now. Would it be helpful, write in the chat, please, if you would like another session? We could go over using a lesson or creating our own worlds and lessons.